Rabbi Eve.
Shana Tova, Morah, Leah. It's so good to be back here in this crazy Zoom space that we're in to see all of our friends. Normally on second day Rosh Hashanah, we come together and we have a little bit of a service, and then we go into a lot bit of fun, exploring the different themes of the new year. And so we've had our birthday party for the world before with our illusionist. That was last year. We had the beekeeper. This year it looks a little bit different because we're all at home. So we thought that we would do one of the Rosh Hashanah traditions, which is called a Roshoshana Seder. Morah,
Yes.
when do we do a Seder usually?
It's not Hanukkah, and it's not Thanksgiving. Oh, I know, it's Passover.
Right, is it Passover?
I don't have any matzah on my Seder plate in front of me, so I think maybe it's not Passover.
It's not, but it is Rosh Hashanah, and we're going to do a different kind of Seder, where each food, just like on Passover, has a symbolic meaning. It means something, and we're going to talk about what those meanings might be and how it's going to make our year maybe different or maybe better, or just how it's going to help connect with us. So what we want to do is first just make sure that I have everything that I need, and we'll give you a second if you have any things that might work for this in your house to grab them too. So here is what we need to make sure that we have with us today. I need to make sure that we have apples. I have my apple.
I
also
my
have
apple.
my apple. Look, I can Eve in the tree. No, that's funny, right? Look, I'm gonna grab my apple. Okay, I have my apple. I have my honey.
I've got mine.
Apples and honey. Okay. We also need to have dates. We're gonna talk about why we have a date, but I have dates.
Oh, I've got one too.
And we need to have some pomegranate seeds, which I have in this cup right here, and we'll look at those. And I also have, well, you're supposed to have the head of something, and sometimes people say it's a fish head. But I did not bring a real fish head. Instead, I have my kosher Trader Joe's Scandinavian swimmers. That's going to work for me as my fish today. I did not want to have a stinky smelly in the belly gefilte fish. We do smelly in the belly gefilte fish. This is our fish. So that's what I have to lead us through. And it's okay if you don't have it, because we don't have to eat them as part of the Seder. You can do this later, but we're going to think about what they all might stand for us. So we're going to do a little bit of singing. We're going to do a little bit of talking. We might use the chat a little bit, but just a fun way to enter into the new year. And if you did download the PJ Library Rosh Hashanah booklet, which we had put on the website, great. And we're on page 18. And if not, totally fine too. So we begin our Seder with, of course, the traditional Rosh Hashanah food. And what is that food that we eat most on Rosh Hashanah?
I know, Rabbi Eve. It's bananas.
Oh, bananas.
Yeah.
Does that look right? Let me see your heads. Is it bananas? No, it's not bananas. Okay.
I know it's something that grows on trees. Did I just get the wrong fruit? Is it coconuts? Uh-oh. I see some head shaking again.
No, it's not coconuts. Okay.
I think that, Rabbi Eve, there's a hint in your background.
Oh, you're right. Is it the apple? Yeah. We're going to talk about our apple and our honey, because apples and honey are the Rosh Hashanah food. And we eat the apples. I love the apple for two reasons. One, we have the honey because it's sweet, and we want to have moments of sweetness in the new year. But I also love apples because if you look at the bottom of the apple, there are these bumps. If you ever looked at the bottom of an apple, the apple is round, and we always talk about round like the earth, or round like the year goes around. But this has got bumps at the bottom. There are peaks and valleys. They're the ups and downs of our year, because our year is not all sweetness. It's a lot of sweetness, but sometimes there are the bump moments, and we use the sweetness to help move us through. So what I want to ask you to do while we're going to sing the blessing, it's not the blessing, it's the Rosh Hashanah statement on why we eat apples, Yehi Ratzon. I want to ask you or invite you to put in the chat, if you could, What is something that was sweet in your past year? What is something that was sweet in your family in the last year? And we're going to collect those in the chat while we sing Yehi Ratzon.
Yehi Ratzon,
Yehi Ratzon,
Milfanecha, Adonai Eloheinu,
Adonai Eloheinu,
ve'Elohei Avoteinu, shetechadesh aleinu, shetechadesh aleinu, Shana Tova u'metuka, Yehi Ratzon,
Yehi Ratzon,
Milfanecha, Adonai Eloheinu,
Adonai Eloheinu,
ve'Elohei Avoteinu, shetechadesh aleinu, shetechadesh aleinu, Shana Tova u'metuka.
Shana Tova Umetuka. What we're looking at, what we're talking about in this new year is what is the sweetness? What do we bring to our new year? How do we move forward in sweetness and carry with us? Let's see what you said is sweet in this year. We've got my friends and honey. Our beautiful foster granddaughter came into our family and able to spend time together as a family. Love it. And getting a new bike, absolutely. I scrolled a little bit too fast. Here we go. When our twin sisters started playing together, oh, sweetness. And Sherry says reading the first Harry Potter book, for sure. Board games. Gabriel learned to ride his bike. A new nephew and cousin. Oh, baby Yates. My family and my special granddaughter Miriam and the Ambers Heights playing. Oh, I love all of that sweetness. And we hope that that sweetness from last year, Yehi Ratzon Milfanecha, Shetechadesh Aleinu Shana Tova, that this sweetness from last year will come and bring it newness and even more sweetness in our coming year. So we have our apples and our honey, which are the first different pieces that we need, the first symbolic foods that we use when we're talking about Rosh Hashanah. The next piece of Rosh Hashanah, they say that we're supposed to talk about, does anyone know what those are? Dates. We're supposed to eat some dates. And the Hebrew word for a date is tamar. You might even know someone named Tamar. A date is here to represent hoping for an end to hate. And there's a wordplay here because the Hebrew word tam can mean end. And so we hope as we go into this new year that we have an end to hate, that we bring goodness into the world. And we do that often in my world. Here's my date. If you have one, you can eat one. I don't really like dates, but I will take a bite while we're singing just because it's part of the Seder and it's good to try new foods. We are going to talk about how we build a world with less hate, and we do that by building a world of love. Olam Chesed Yibaneh.
You gotta unmute me. It didn't let me last time.
You don't have to be muted. That's the whole point.
Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yididai, dai, 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 dai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yididai, dai, 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 dai. Olam Chesed Yibaneh, Yididai, dai, 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 dai. We will build this world from love. Yididai, dai, 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 dai. We will build this world from love. Yididai, dai,
Olam chesed yibaneh. We build this world from love. Yehi ratzon mi'afanecha Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu. Sheyitam'u oivenu v'son'inu v'chol mevakshe ra'atinu. Dear God, in this new year, please end all hatred. Amen.
Amen.
In this new year, we hope that as we move forward, it's a year where we build a world with love. It's also a year that we learn that we can build a world also on good judgment. And we've been talking a lot about judgment lately with the passing of Ruth Bader Ginsburg. One of the word plays happening in our Rosh Hashanah Seder is about a carrot. I have my carrots right here. A gezer. Gezer is the Hebrew word for carrot. And when we talk about the carrot, we're talking about a gezer, which is a firm decision or a judgment. If I'm going to be with the carrots, I might as well be a bunny and try and eat them. The wish here is that we will be judged favorably in this high holiday season. That it's hard, like carrots are hard. A lot of crunch on them. Making good decisions is very hard too. But we know in this year that we can do it, and one of the ways that we as Jews do that is with the words Lo yisa goy al goy charev, that we hope that nation will not lift up sword against nation, that we will not lift up swords, that we will not have fights, that instead we will be using our good judgment to bring goodness to the world. And we have a song to sing about that, Lo yisa goy.
Rabbi Eve, this song has hand motion, so I'm going to invite my friends to free your hands. If you have anything in your hands, go ahead and put that down and bring your hands up. And we're going to do the hand motions for the song first, and then I'm going to pick up my guitar and I'll play while Rabbi Eve leads you through those hand motions. So I see everyone's hands up. Are you ready? So we do 2 pats on our lap, 2 claps, and then 2, I call these kula kulas. Okay, we're going to try just that part. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You guys got it. Okay, the second half goes like this. Goes up like that with your hands together. Oh my gosh, you guys got that so quick. And then once you're at the top, you open your hands and sparkle fingers it down. So let's try that part again. So it goes up, 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 sparkle fingers down. So we're going to go one time through the whole thing and then we'll start singing. So it goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, up, 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 sparkle fingers down. You guys got it. Okay, we're going to start with Ayo, Ayo before we move into the words, and we start those hand motions right away. Rabbi Eve, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Rabbi, will you help us? Here comes the rocket ship up. Fingers down. You got it. Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk beside me and be my
Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu velohei avotenu ve'imotenu shetigzor aleinu gzerot tovot. Dear God, in this new year, please give us good judgment. Amen. We think about the ways that we can use our brains to bring goodness as we move into our new year. The next part of our Seder, we have 2 more symbols left to go through. The next one is the pomegranate. There's our pomegranate. The pomegranate talks about filling up with good deeds, because I don't know if you can count, if anyone can do a quick count of all the seeds behind my head, but our tradition tells us that there are 613 seeds inside a pomegranate. I haven't ever counted them, but it's usually right around 600 and something. It's pretty close. The pomegranate is supposed to remind us of all the good deeds, all of the ways that we bring goodness into the world. And one of the ways that we wanted to think about that this morning, we're going to go back and use our chat again, because we got some really great answers before. We want to invite you to think about, what are the mitzvot that you do? What are the ways that you follow the rules that bring more goodness into the world? Maybe you could do one that you did last year, and maybe there's one that you want to work on this year. What are the different ways? And when we do that, we bring in Shalom Rav, we bring in deep and peace. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha. We bring in peace to our world, a great peace.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim le'olam. Shalom Rav.
Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha. These are the things that we want to do in the world to bring peace. I ate my pomegranate seeds, and usually I love pomegranate seeds. Those are a little bit tart, a little bit bitter. Sometimes it can be hard to do good things. Sometimes it can be hard to make change. So I guess that's a fitting metaphor for us too. Let's see, we've got Shiri says picking up the trash, putting the dishes away for Ezra. Moses, Solomon, and Yates helping take care of our baby brother Yates. I hope that's a good one. Maybe Yates will take care of you too. Help make food for people with no house. Help make housing, find housing for people. Absolutely, there is so much good we can do in the world. There are so many mitzvot, commandments, things that we must do, not just good deeds, but things that we must do to bring our world into a better place in 5781. Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu velohei avotenu ve'imotenu shenihiyeh mle'im mitzvot kerimon. Dear God, in this new year, may our good deeds be as many as the seeds of a pomegranate. Amen.
Amen.
So we turn now to the last symbol that we have, which is, believe it or not, usually the head of a fish. Maybe you don't have fish. You could use anything that comes as a head. So like a head of lettuce would be a really good choice. Oh, there's my fish. Can you make a fish face? I love making a fish face. I have my Scandinavian swimmers. I think maybe not use the lobster.
Maybe not.
Maybe not the lobster at this Seder. All right, I have my little fishies. This talks about, what's Rosh Hashanah? Can somebody point to your Rosh? Show me, where's your Rosh? Rosh is your head, because Rosh Hashanah is the head of the year, and so we needed something to show us what a head was. And so I don't know why they talked about the fish, but here we go. We have our fish. You could use broccoli. You could use cabbage. I like the gummies because they're sweet and yummy, and we should have a sweet, yummy new year. And this is the idea that we're talking about. What does it mean to begin? What are our hopes and dreams? We use our head to dream, to think big. And we say, Yehi ratzon milfanecha Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu shenihiyeh lerosh v'lo lezanav. Dear God, in this new year, may we be like the head and not the tail. May we use our head to think about the dreams of one day what our world will be. And we're going to move out from a little bit of Hebrew song, but it's a song by a Jewish artist, to the song One Day.
Sometimes I lay under the moon and I thank God I'm breathing. And then I pray, don't take me soon, 'cause I am here for a reason. Sometimes in my tears I drown, but I never let it get me down. 'Cause when negativity surrounds, I know someday it'll all turn around, because all my life I've been waiting for, I've been praying for the people to say that we don't want to fight no more. There'll be no more war, and our children will play one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day, one day.
One day. Yesterday in one of our services, we took this idea of one day and what is it that we believe in. One day there will be no more. We believe that we can find peace. And I want to take, I asked the congregants on a Zoom, just like this one, to share their moments of faith. What is it that you believe? What is it that we believe as people? And I want to do that here with us right now as well. We believe, these were some of that came up yesterday, and I want to add the voices of the people in this Zoom as well for our congregational we believe. V'chol ma'aminim, with all that we have, what is it that we believe in our world? We believe in the resilience of the human spirit. We believe in the power of community, whether online or in person. We believe in the power of love. We believe in modern medicine and human creativity as a means of God working through us. We believe that love is more powerful than hate. We believe that music and sharing meals can heal. We believe that God will heal. We believe in one another. As we turn now to hear the sound of the shofar, we didn't have to get to hear it yesterday because it was Shabbat. But right now, as we turn to hear the words of the shofar, the sound of the shofar, we want to invite you as a family to think about what is it that you believe? What are you called to do this year? If you frame it, we believe or I believe, and put it in the chat, we'll have that to add to our congregational list of what it is that we believe right now. So we're going to sing the shofar song and blow the shofar, and you'll have the chat will be open for you to put those we believes in there.
So while you're writing your we believes, you're going to half use your hands to write the we believes and half use your hands to sing this song, because there are hand motions that go with this song too. So there are 3/4, that's what we've decided, shofar calls. The first one, Rabbi Eve, what is the first one?
I think it's tekiah.
Very good. So for tekiah, we're going to raise our hands straight up. Can I see everyone do that? Very good. The next one is shivarim, and it goes like this. Shivarim. Oh my gosh, it looks like so many of you already know these hand motions. The third one is true. And the last one is tekiah again, but it's tekiah gdola, a very big tekiah. So we raise our hands super high, and we hold them there for as long as we can hold that note in our breaths. All right, you guys ready? come the hand motions. Are you ready? Tekiah, Shivarim, true. Here comes the big one. Tekiah, Dola. I like to hear the shofar blast. Sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Tekiah, Shivarim, true. Take your big breath. Tekiah, Dola. I like to hear the shofar blast. Sometimes slow and sometimes fast. I like to hear the shofar blast. Happy, happy, happy New Year. Happy, happy, happy New Year. As much as that song is super fun, the real thing is even more amazing. Rabbi Eve, are you ready?
I am ready, and I have my shofar right here. Yes, it did survive Friday. If you were at the Friday program, the drive-in, I had forgotten my shofar on my bed, and I was very nervous that the dog was going to chew on it because I don't trust Mr. Sandman not to do that. But he did not chew on my shofar. I have my new big one right here. I'm going to hopefully get some sound out of it right now. And Morah, Leah, will you call the sounds out for me?
Tekiah, Shivarim, true. I really like Shivarim, so let's do it again. Shivarim, Tekiah, Gedolah.
Some of our we believes before we move forward. This is what we are called by the shofar, to believe and how to act and how to hold ourselves in our world. We believe in the healing powers of God. We believe that our voices are powerful. We believe that we can make the world a better place by helping people wherever we can. We believe in the ultimate goodness in the world. V'choma minim, all of this I believe as well. We are at the end of our Seder, but I do think that we're going to have, maybe we can do one more song, and I didn't talk to Morah about this beforehand, but I'm really hoping that she might play Oseh Shalom for us, because I believe that the end of our Seder, the end of this moment is just the beginning, and that what we do is we try to bring the peace from up on high down to our world, to bring goodness into this space. So when we do Oseh Shalom, we have some movements that I'm going to show them to you right now. So we say, Oseh Shalom b'mromav, God who makes peace on high, and we bring our arms up high. And we're sort of using some grabbing fingers, because we say, God makes peace up here. Hu ya'aseh shalom alinu, when we grab it and we bring it down right here, we want to hold that peace right in our arms. Ve'al kol Yisrael, we're going to spread it. Ve'al kol yoshvei tevel, that peace isn't just for our little community, it's for everybody who lives near us, everybody in our world. We spread it even bigger, and then our big job is to go out into the world and help bring peace. Ve'imru, imru, amen. So we're going to do those motions while we sing Oseh Shalom.
Oseh Shalom b'mromav, Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Spread it even further. Tell your friends. Ve'imru, imru,
year of sweetness, a year of good decisions, a year of helping others, a year of kindness, a year in which we build peace, a year in which the things we believe in become the actual truth of our world. Shana Tova to all of you. I look forward to seeing some of you, if you're coming by in a little bit, to have a moment in front of the Ark and get some fresh pressed cider. If you didn't sign up for that, but you still want some fresh pressed cider, I have it on good authority that this rabbi doesn't know how to order apples and may have ordered way too many apples for cider. So you could just drive through the circle between like noon and 2, and I might be able to run out some fresh pressed cider for you. Shh, don't tell everyone. At 2:30, we've got Tashlich happening all around the city, and at 4 o'clock, we're doing Shofar across Oregon and Southwest Washington. All the Jews, the whole community work together to do this. At 4 o'clock, the idea is that you're going to go outside and just blow your shofar and see who can hear it. See if there's somebody near you that needs to hear the message of call to action. And then tonight at 7 o'clock, there's Mariv on Zoom. And then, of course, we've got all of our Yom Kippur programming happening. So Shana Tova, my friends. You can feel free now to unmute yourselves and wish each other a Shana Tova.
Shana Tova.